When I first moved to America in the fall of 2000, our English as second language teacher played for us the Wizard of Oz movie just a day or two before the Thanksgiving break. A few days later, when I was attending a Thanksgiving dinner with my host family, we all watched the adventures of Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion before we sat to the table. And then on Black Friday, after I spent my meager allowance at TJ Maxx, we watched it again at the rectory with 4 priests and 2 seminarians. Having been exposed to it 3 times in 1 week, I started naming the flying monkeys. It appears that watching and re-watching The Wizard of Oz has become a sort of a cultural sacrament in the lives of many families around this time every year. We accompany Dorothy and her companions in their adventurous journey. Year after year, we hold our breath when their lives are in danger. We celebrate their victories and self-discoveries. And if we had enough to drink, we sing along those so very familiar tunes. And we do so even though by the age of 7 most of us know how the story ends. Nobody needs spoiler alerts because everybody knows what the next scene will be about. After all, even I, by the time I've seen it thrice, realize that the purpose of re-watching this old movie is not about being surprised by the end, but about celebrating the triumphs of wisdom, courage, and a big, loving heart. Something similar happens when we retell the same gospel stories, Sunday after Sunday, year after year. Like the families gathered around their Thanksgiving tables, we Christians gather around our communion tables, and instead of watching the same old movie, we proclaim the same old story. The story of an unlikely hero from a small town making his way to a big, glamorous city. The story of courage, wisdom, and compassion. The story with plenty of surprising twists, betrayals, and a cliff-hanging climax of the cross. The story that ultimately becomes the message of love triumphing over hatred and forgiveness overshadowing all sins. Interestingly enough, the gospel story is full of spoilers, like an old Uncle Joe telling his children and grandchildren what will happen to Dorothy after she peeks behind the curtain. Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John tell us what will happen in Jerusalem. Even this Sunday, we hear the passage from the 9th chapter of Mark's Gospel where Jesus spills the beans. He says, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him. And after 3 days, the Son of Man will rise." The point of us proclaiming the story of Jesus does not lie in being surprised by all the twists and turns of the plot, but in being reminded that our stories, like that of Jesus, include betrayal, suffering, and even death. The point of our retelling the story of Jesus over and over again, with all its spoilers and familiarity, is to keep our faith alive. The faith in the triumph of goodness over evil, life over death, love over hatred. Because somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there is a land that I heard of, and it's not a lullaby. Amen. Thank you for keeping me company in our spiritual journey. If you enjoyed this reflection, please click on the like symbol below and invite your friends and family members to watch it as well. Thank you, and God bless.